He's too close! A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction, written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by MPKP76. And actually, I was browsing through Instagram, la-da-da-da-da, when I saw this art by them, and I went, ooh, that makes me want to write a fanfic. And then I read the caption, which said, he's too close. And I went, ooh, that makes me want to write a fanfiction even more. So anyway, TLDR, this fanfic, like most fanfics, is absolutely inspired by this art. Go check out the artist again, MPKP76 on Instagram. It is linked in the description box. Go give them some love. And if you haven't already, don't forget to not only subscribe to this channel, but leave a like and a comment in the comment section, blah, 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 blah. If you don't know what to comment, put he's too close. Now then, please enjoy He's Too Close. Marinette Dupang Chang. In her bedroom, as red as a ladybug. Wow, these are amazing! You're so talented, Marinette! Marinette gulped as she looked up, noticing just how close Adrien's body was compared to hers. Oh no, he's too close! Thanks! Thank you. You're super cool. She couldn't get a handle on her words. That's super cool because, you're a model and all. What's that supposed to mean? He asked, chuckling as he reached for another sketched paper. You work with, super cool designers. You even grew up with a super cool designer. And I'm still growing. They were in her bedroom, supposed to be working on a biology assignment, but he'd arrived early. And early Adrien meant less time to hide her embarrassments, including her sketch pile. Sure, she wasn't embarrassed of the whole thing, but it's not what a girl wants her crush to go through, especially because she had a tendency to design absolutely horrible outfits on a certain local cat-eared superhero when she got upset at him. You? Psh, no way, you're super tall. Compared to you, maybe. His eyes didn't leave her drawings, but honestly, if it weren't for my father, I'd never be a model. But, your jawline? Her reply came out as more of a whisper than anything. That's his too. Adrien laughed. Marinette felt her blush deepen and tried to turn the attention to their homework, but failed miserably. Thankfully, Mom came in for the win with snacks. Sure, it was her checking up on them, but it was a savior's role in the moment. He still sat so close to her as they enjoyed their snacks. She could practically feel his arm hair touch hers. Did he not know about personal space? Well, it's not like she minded it, but give a girl a break. This is a cardio workout, but Marinette would gladly keep running to catch up to this moment. Even the snacks didn't have a taste because all of her senses were focused on what was space between them and what wasn't. Even when they pulled out their textbooks and pens, seated in a new location downstairs, his thigh was all but touching hers, and he kept leaning in to see what she'd written. Marinette wasn't sure how much more of this she could take, but an even scarier thought began to build. What if? What if the two most scary words in any relationship, even more so for a budding one? What if, with Ladybug's luck, he developed feelings for her? The chances were so slim, they were next to nothing, but what if? What if Adrien liked her? What if... Marinette? She found her eyes making contact with his as she drew her attention back to normal person function things. Like, eyesight and hearing. What? Welcome back, he said, giving her a pat on the back. To the world of the living. What are you thinking so deeply about? He asked, twirling his pen across his first knuckle as his fist cradled his jaw. Your She was just barely able to correct herself. "Your homework," she said, clearing her throat. "The homework." "Oh? You know the answer?" "Not a clue." "Well, at least we filled our stomachs." Adrien patted his tummy. "But the fill-in-the-blanks? Not so much." "Unfortunately, we got halfway done with it." "More like fortunate. Both Chloe and Lila texted me about this." A muscle in her chest pounded a little too harshly at the mention of those girls' names. "Oh?" "Yeah, Chloe and Sabrina just finished the second page, but Lila's stuck on the first one." Wow, this boy couldn't see the intentions, even with transparent texts, huh? Whatever. She knew they'd gotten a lot done, but it was unfortunate because the sooner they finished, the sooner she couldn't spend time with him like this, stutters and all. "Either we're an awesome team or they're quite unfortunate," she joked. "Yeah, you and me are an awesome team. I'd bet on it." The words he spoke so naturally, paired with green eyes and a smile, made her melt, and she sighed unconsciously. "Oh, Adrien," she murmured. "Huh? What's wrong?" Marinette clasped her hands over her mouth, gasping. "That was out loud? No!" "Oh, no! Oh no, Adrien, we don't know when we're gonna meet next," she said, hating herself more with each new word. He gave her a wry smile. "Yeah, my schedule can be pretty hectic sometimes, huh?" Don't feel bad. We all have busy schedules at times." "What if we call each other?" Call each other? Like his voice in her ears? Oof. That'd be... Could she handle whispers for her ears only? Psh. She was exaggerating it, of course, but a girl can dream, right? "Yeah, I'm running pretty late into next week, but if you don't mind staying up an extra half hour or so, I could call you around bedtime." Adrien Rest, calling her with all of the intimacy a phone call shares at bedtime, when she's wrapped in a comforter and he's on his way home from work. Where could she sign up? I'd be more than happy to work around that, you know. Are you sure? I know in person is easier, but... Nope, it's good, I'm sure. You have no personal boundaries, so she literally couldn't remember the last half hour, so a phone call would be preferred until she recollected her wits. Good. His smile twisted from polite to relief, alerting her to how uncomfortable he'd been when asking. Adrien? Nervous? Wow. She made him nervous? And not in the way she wanted to? Oof. How could she possibly think of dating him when he wasn't even comfortable with this? I'll talk to you tomorrow then? It took all of her willpower to not bite her nails. Yeah, Adrien said, standing up and grabbing his bag. Talk to you tomorrow night. Marinette collapsed into the couch after he left, thanking every deity she knew of they were paired together. Goodnight calls. They were going to share goodnight calls. Sure, it wasn't going to be calls to say goodnight, but they'd say it at the end of the call anyway, right? Oh, she would scream if her mother wasn't in the next room. Smiling to herself, Marinette turned her attention to the rest of her homework, making sure to not touch the project between herself and Adrien. That one could take as long as it possibly could. Yeah. Marinette would welcome late-night homework calls for as long as she possibly could. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, don't forget to not only subscribe to this channel, but also go check out MPKP76 on Instagram. If you've listened all this way, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment in support. If you don't know what to comment, put goodnight calls. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!